17-year-old Collin Griffith from Port Charlotte, Florida, killed his father in what was ultimately believed to be self-defense in 2023. He had been living with his father in Oklahoma, who was allegedly emotionally towards Collin. He reportedly also stopped letting him out of the house after Collin came out as being gay. He claimed that his father had went after him with a knife and he shot him in the head and chest in self-defense. He was originally charged with murder, however, law enforcement was unable to disprove his claims of self-defense and he ended up being released. Collin was then released to his mother, 39-year-old Kathy Griffith. She claimed that his father had brainwashed him against her and wanted to get him therapy for that he had suffered under the care of his father. As tensions ran high between Collin Griffith and his mother, who went by Kathy, in the aftermath of his father's murder, he had allegedly been telling people that he wanted to kill his mother and watch the blood drain out of her. One night, he had fled to his grandmother's house following an argument regarding chores. The grandmother claimed that Kathy was unstable and had allegedly threatened to harm herself in the past. Kathy went to retrieve her son, and within a half hour of arrival, witnesses reported seeing Collin dragging her by the hair. On September the 8th of 2024, Collin Griffith called 911 and told them that him and his mother had gotten into an altercation and she had fallen on a knife. This occurred just 18 months after he was involved in the shooting death of his father. But after a medical examiner determined that Kathy's injuries could not have been caused by falling on a knife, Collin was arrested and charged with murder and kidnapping. What a stupid thing to claim anyway, fallen on a knife, especially considering the fact that Kathy had been stabbed in the neck. Prior to this incident in November of 2023, Collin had been arrested for DV against his mother. He was then placed in a psychiatric hospital after threatening to murder his mother if released back into her care. This kid is a full-blown psychopath, and I do not buy that he had to murder both of his parents on separate occasions in self-defense. The prosecution claimed that Collin Griffith's actions were premeditated and that he had kidnapped his mother prior to killing her. They presented evidence that he had previously threatened to murder Kathy and that he had a deep-seated hatred towards her. And get this, the fact that he had previously murdered his own father just over a year prior was not allowed into evidence. Although the jury was allowed to know that he had previously been involved in another murder, allegedly in self-defense in Oklahoma, they were not allowed to know that it was his own father. I think that is extremely appalling that they were not allowed to know that. What are the chances you would have had to kill both parents on separate occasions on self-defense less than 2 years from each other? But the defense argued that Kathy was violent and erratic. They argued that she had threatened Collin with a knife before the altercation and he feared for his life. You know who else allegedly threatened him with a knife and he had to murder them? His own father. But Kathy's own mother testified in Collin's defense, stating that Kathy had been a danger to herself and others on previous occasions. She also claimed that she had been towards Collin, but this directly contradicts what she said on body cam during Collin's arrest. When Collin claimed that he wanted to peacefully coexist and didn't want any of this to happen, she had said that that was a lie and that he never wanted to peacefully coexist. This has made many people to believe that she testified out of fear. A medical examiner testified that the nature of Kathy's injuries were more consistent with murder than self-defense. Crazy that investigators had also said that about his father's murder. He specifically indicated that the stab wound was consistent with being stabbed and not falling on a knife. That is a stupid excuse. But shockingly, on February the 5th of 2025, Collin Griffith was found not guilty, and he was released back into society. This is crazy because the jury was also able to consider lesser charges. I stand by the fact that if they had known that he had murdered his own father just 18 months prior in allegedly self-defense, that he would have been found guilty. There are rumors that investigators will now be taking another look at his father's death, but that is highly unlikely. I guess it all depends if the charges were dismissed with prejudice or not. It is absolutely chilling that this psychopath was released back into the public. I do not buy his story, at least on both. So either he is lying about the first murder or he's lying about the second, because there's no way he had to kill both of them in self-defense. I'm just not buying that. He sounds like he's fascinated with murder. I mean, what's next? Is he going to do something even bigger? And when they find out that the person that he had to kill allegedly in self-defense in Oklahoma was his own father, I think they are going to be pissed. It makes no sense. I mean, sometimes it does need to be shown that there are things leading up to stuff like this. Do you guys think that he is a cold-blooded psychopath, or do you really believe his claims of having to kill both of his parents separately in self-defense? You guys know I always love to hear everything you have to say. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video today. If you are new here and you do enjoy this type of content, don't forget to subscribe if you do enjoy this video, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss videos just like this one. Especially because I do believe we'll be talking about this guy again. And if you did like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, as it is a free way to support the channel. I hope you guys take care of yourselves, and we'll see you in my next video.